Welcome in, Scorpios, to your end of March reading. So we're going to dive into any general messages for you Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venuses out there, and for anyone who is interested in learning of Scorpios. Maybe you're connected to a Scorpio. So we're going to tap into the energies. Again, this may resonate, it may not. Take whatever messages do for you. Just because this message doesn't, check out another video. Check out your, again, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign videos, because if you're maybe a Sun Scorpio, you may have a different Moon or Rising or Venus sign. So maybe those fit more in line with what's going on in your life right now. And apologizing to those signs that my intention this month was to get all signs full March reading out, and I think I was a little ambitious there, and I'm going to finish off these signs through Capricorn with an end of March. And then next month, I'm going to start with this second group and get you guys out first for an April reading. So take a look there. If you like this video or like my channel, definitely like and subscribe. And comment. If there's any readings that you would like me to do or recommendations for readings, definitely put those in the comments. I definitely take those into consideration in future videos that I put out. All right, let's get into it, Scorpio. End of March. Messages for you. Openness. You know, when you're doing all the signs, it's interesting to see the common themes. And I'd say for the most part, there's definitely, I'm getting the same cards across a lot of signs. That openness card has come up a lot for March. Adventure. And wonders. Ooh. So Scorpio, I feel like ending March, and I'm also picking up on like heading into spring here. I feel like there's definitely, I think the universe is asking you to stay open because there's some new adventures opening up for you. And there's a lot of potential here to start shifting. I'm feeling like a shift and change in your experience. Maybe where you felt like life has been a little boring or just stagnant or wanting more fun adventure. I definitely feel like this is opening up for you. And I'm also with the full moon in this open card. So we have a full moon in Libra next week, and that is an eclipse. And I feel like that eclipse energy is just like opening up a new, I'm getting like a portal for you, and you're kind of stepping through a portal energy. And it's almost like on the other side of that, I feel like you start just experiencing new things. Again, adventures and wonders here. Be open to different possibilities and potentials right now too, in regards to things and experiences that are coming. And if you're embarking on any sort of adventure soon, I feel like it's going to open up some interesting things for you. Whether it's a trip coming up, or again, just something you have planned to do. I feel like this is going to open up some interesting things for your life in general. I feel like bigger around this. but they're going to show up in little bits, like new adventures to partake in, and it's going to just start growing. Let's tap into the tarot. I think we had two flip here. So I got the Queen of Swords and the Five of Wands. Let me keep going before I read the cards. Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords, and then Queen of Wands. We have the Knight of Wands, Chariot, Judgment, King of Swords, Justice. Okay. So the cards that flew out are kind of an overarching energy here with the Queen of Swords. I feel like you're kind of stating a direction you're going, and like there's some sort of potential communication, or just you really trying to identify where you're headed in regards to life. I feel like there's definitely some conflict here in regards to, this could be multiple people or just conflict with others in regards to what direction you're headed, I'm getting. And what I'm hearing is, where am I going? I think you're at a place where, like, definitely you're at a crossroads a little bit, or needing to decide, okay, what's my next move? Where am I headed? What direction am I going in life? And there's a bit of conflict. This could be internal conflict too, where you're conflicted about, hey, like, I'm not sure what the answer is or where I'm going. And with the Queen of Swords, I feel like you're trying to get some clarity around that, and get more higher direction. But with the underneath cards here, so this is again could be what's unfolding that hasn't happened yet. This is also kind of giving more clarity around what is the root or the energies that's fueling what you're experiencing in the physical world. So with the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Swords, so I definitely feel like you are, like, I'm getting like coming into your own right now. I feel like you're feeling good. You're feeling more motivated, inspired, and creative. If you are working on a project or a hobby, I feel like you're definitely feeling more inspired to do that in regards to work. Maybe you're taking a new direction and kind of, again, like forging a new path of potentially like looking or tapping into new opportunities, or just, you know, even maybe starting an own business or a side thing, and you're really feeling it right now with this Queen of Wands. And, you know, I feel like what this is opening up new opportunities here. You have the adventure card here, and the Knight of Wands can be like the adventurous knight, likes to adventure, likes to have fun, and likes to like be impulsive and be spontaneous. And I feel like you're really in that alignment right now of like open again, the openness card, open to like new things, new adventures, spontaneity. And it's like you want to move out of this. I just keep getting this stagnant, like, oh, same thing every day type energy, and wanting some new kind of charge there. And you're definitely like, I feel like this energy that you're kind of aligning with is what's really pushing you forward in regards to where you're headed, things that are opening up for you. And the Chariot's really like fast energy, and like you're moving forward in some new direction. And the Judgment card, so I'm kind of getting the Judgment is, again, it's like, to me, kind of a crossroads of like, the universe is like trying to get you to go in a direction, and maybe you're not clear on that yet, but it's definitely going to hit where you're feeling more of this like urgency of like it's time, and what am I going to do next? Like this could be something happening in the next couple of months, or even within the next 6 months. I'm getting where you're going to be doing something different or going down a different path, and you're trying to figure out what that next step is. With this King of Swords, so you have the King and Queen of Swords. So you could be dealing with an air sign here, which would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have Libra again with Justice. We got some fire energy here, so you could also be dealing with a fire sign, which is Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. Chariot is Cancer. So there's a lot of signs represented here, but with this King of Swords, I'm kind of getting this is like someone in your life as well that's kind of like these two the King and Queen of Swords, they are like, I usually say they're mentally, or they're usually on the same page in regards to like planning or thinking, or like what do we want to do. It's like a meeting of the minds with these two, and I feel like you're both kind of at the same place of like, it's almost like you need to figure something out together, and it's more coming from what makes sense rather than like, hey, let's dig into our emotions right now. I think you're moving more into like, you know, again, there's a maturity aspect to this King and Queen. They're responsible, they're communicating, and again, they're kind of meeting at a mental level to get on the same page. And with this Justice card, I feel like too, like karmically, it's almost like it's time for yours. It's time for you to get your retribution. And there's some sort of balancing out of kind of your experience, where I feel like once you get on the same page, it's almost like things are going to work out better than they have been. And there's some sort of karmic clearing I'm getting between this Queen and King of Swords. So again, that could be you and a partner, a spouse, or someone connected in your life that has a major part to play in like where you're headed, or what. It's almost like you need their buy-in, or they play a part in what your decision is moving forward. Let's pull a couple more in regards to just your general experience here. You got the Emperor, the Knight of Pentacles, the Sun. Nice. Nice, Scorpio. Okay. So definitely, to me, this is more saying like what have you been experiencing up until now? And with this Knight of Pentacles, I feel like things haven't really been manifesting for you. They've been slow to progress. And that's kind of where I feel like you've kind of been more inspired to like initiate change for yourself, because this, between like, the Knight of Wands is all about change and movement and like taking action, and a little bit more, like I said, spontaneous about what they're doing and what decisions, where like the Knight of Pentacles, he is slow and plodding. He's like Mr. Steady Eddie. Like, I need to think out each step I make. I need to think out my plan. I got to take it step by step. I have to make sure I don't fail or make a mistake. Or he can be an overthinker too, but he wants to ensure, like, he knows where he wants to go, but he's like, I need to ensure safety, like from here to there. And I need to make sure all the details are spot on. Where again, this Knight of Wands is like, screw it. Let's just see how it unfolds. let's just make fast decisions and hopefully it all works out type energy. So I feel like you're a little, I'm hearing over it, like you're over this like slow energy, like it's almost like you don't get out of the same place, right? You're stuck in the same place because it's like too much of this way of approaching things and thinking. And especially with this Emperor here, I get more of it as like there's a stubborn energy here and a real heavy masculine of like, with that Emperor, it's like, you know, I need to ensure success. And I'm the only one who can do it. And I got to control every aspect of this to ensure success. And it's like, part of it too is like wanting success to the ultimate outcome is like, I want happiness and joy, but the only way to get there is like, there's only one way. Like the Emperor's kind of like, there's only one way to get there with these two, but there really is multiple ways. And I feel like you're going to get there with the Sun at the end here. And really, I think you're changing your viewpoint of like, instead of like overthinking things and being too logical and, you know, controlling about it and safe, it's like opening yourself up to the universe to just say, hey, take me where I need to be. And just allowing the adventure to unfold. And when you just allow each moment to play out and trust and just follow your bliss in every moment, follow what makes you happy, all of a sudden the journey becomes this like wondrous like journey of excitement and adventure and fun and like surprises. And that's really for you, Scorpio. I feel like that's what you want. And that's what really like gets you passionate and kind of inspires you and gets you excited. So maybe there's this, that's the conflict here, I feel, because it's like part of you, you have like two halves here. Half of you is like the Queen of Swords, who is thinking a lot, who needs to be logical about it and think of like the physical aspects of like money and like time and effort and what's the most efficient and how do we ensure success, like I said. But then the Queen of Wands is like, hey, let's just have a good time. Let's like get inspired and be creative and think of new ways to get where we want to go. So there's a little bit of conflict of those two aspects of yourself. I just want to get, I'm going to get one clarifier for the Emperor and the Knight of Pentacles here. Three of Swords. Yeah, this has really caused a lot of suffering for you. This mentality, this way of thinking, the approach. And I feel like whoever you're dealing with too is more like this. There's someone connected to you. This could be a partner or relationship. And it's like, this is where the heartache and suffering has caused you, because it's just, you're kind of like over it.